Hey YouTube, this is the Square Nose Master here, and I'm just going to go over quickly how do you actually change out your ignition switch. So my old one, which is right over here, clear as day broken. Like, I can't even use that. It's that broken. And so the way you fix it, there's no other video I've seen yet that actually explains it in enough detail to understand it. So basically, as you can tell, I also leave all my bolts unscrewed on my entire gauge cluster and dash because it makes it a lot easier to take this stuff apart. So basically, you take off your bezel on this side and this side. This side comes off first due to you have a clip on this side right here. So you loosen this, you loosen the passenger side one first, and then you loosen the driver side one. Pull the driver side one off after removing your light switch. If you don't want your light switch to keep dinging at you, put it back in, push it all the way in. What you'll then do is you'll take a 9/16 inch socket and you'll take out the nut that is located on this side of this aluminum bracket and this side of this aluminum bracket, which will then allow your steering column to come down. Put something at the bottom of it so that way you don't do what I did and have your gear selector not work anymore, because it will stretch it. And so after you get that out, there'll then be two bolts, which you can actually adjust these two nuts with a 7/16 wrench. Close head wrench works best. And so what you'll do is you'll adjust these. I tightened this one first and I adjusted it back and forth, as you can tell. There will be a sweet spot on here where you'll sit there, adjust your lock cylinder from accessory to the ignition on and to the starter. The starter wire is probably the most important one, because if you have it too far forward and then you leave it on, your starter motor is going to keep spinning, which, as we all know, destroys the flywheel. So that's how you easily gain access to this, by dropping these two bolts. There's no other bolt you have to do. All you gotta do is make certain that you support your steering column, not to break this. Now you have a manual transmission where you don't have the Prindle written on the gauge cluster. You don't have to worry about that, but still I recommend trying to keep it slightly above the height of the seat. So that's in simple terms how you replace the